Hello, my name is Letitia Pfinder, and welcome to my channel for another episode of Follow Along Friday. Today's episode is a little bit different because I've sped up the video and I've voiced it over. I did this just to have a quick video up for you guys today since this is actually a card I've already made and I'm just changing it to fit my current needs. I will leave a link for the original in the description box below so you guys can check that out in more detail if you would like. So to start, I stamped the owl from the Tim Holtz Bird Crazy collection and the witch's hat from a Hampton Art Halloween set that I got at Michael's with Memento Tuxedo Black ink. And then I got my card base ready and my mat, and it's just a pre-cut card measuring at 4.5 by 6 inches from the dollar store. And then went in and colored them with my Copics. For the base color of the owl, I used V000. Then I went in with RV13 as the shadow and like around the inner edges. I used RV06 or 06, sorry, as the base for the outer feathers and wings. And then I went in with V05 for the shadows and also added it to like the sketchy little bits all over her. The beak was done in just YR24. So the base color of the hat is V06, and the shadow sketchy part of it is done in V17. I then also went in with like a medium go-between color, and that's V15. And for the ribbon, I used a couple of the colors from the owl to tie it all together, and that's V000 for the shiny, and then for the shiny shadowy part of the ribbon, I used RV13. I then fussy cut out the hat and the owl using an X-Acto knife and scissors. For the owl's legs and feet, I left some white space around them because they are very thin and difficult to cut without ripping. And I needed them to be stable because I'm going to be attaching the pieces onto the card with foam tape. And I just did the same thing for the thinner parts of the ribbon as well. So you'll obviously want to be careful while you're doing this part of the card. And have a surface under where you're cutting that you don't mind getting maybe a little bit ruined or cut up. I happen to have a self-healing mat that I use for projects like this or cutting stencils, and it's a really awesome thing to have around if you do a lot of cutting like so. Alright, so to make the legs and feet and ribbon look like they all belong together, I use the black marker, and I'm just using my brush tip Copic multi-liner to fill in all the white spaces. And then I also went in and fixed any part of the stamp that needed to be darkened or that didn't quite stamp properly, like when you get the little skipping. I ended up getting a bit of that on this and found that the Copics maybe lessened the darkness of some of the stamp as well. So that's a really good tip if you ever have any of those problems. And if any of this is going a little too fast for you, you can slow down the video using the little gear settings icon at the bottom right of this video. And then you just click on the speed setting to slow it down or speed it up if you like. I actually don't have a balloon stamp, so I went ahead and created one myself. I just used some White Recollections cardstock, which is also what I stamped on, and I drew the balloon. It is basically just a rounded teardrop shape. I then lined it with my Copic multi-liner and fussy cut it out. I colored it with my Copics in the same colors I used for the ribbon, and then I set it to dry for a minute. So that's V000 and RV13. To add some shine like an actual balloon has, I used some glossy accents to fill in the entire balloon. And then I set that to dry because it takes a while to dry. And while it was drying, I glued down the pieces. And so I started with this happy birthday die cut because it will be laying flat on the paper. And I'm not actually sure where this die cut comes from because it was given to me with some other scraps and stuff. So if you know where it comes from, please leave a comment down below because I wasn't able to figure it out and I would really love to know, and I'd love for you all to be able to find it as well. So I just glued it down with some craft glue onto the mat, which is just some King Company pattern paper cut about 3/4 smaller than the card base. And then went in and glued on the hat to the owl using the same just craft glue, and then I adhered the owl with foam tape. I doubled it up to make the foam. I doubled up the foam, sorry, to make the owl pop up off the card a little bit more than usual. And once the balloon was dry, I went in and tied some pink cord to the tail of the balloon and thread the cord underneath the hat's ribbon. I used the same foam tape to adhere the balloon to the card and then position the card to make it look like the owl was holding it. I also just used a little bit of craft glue and like little dots to adhere the cord in place. And I also decided to add a very thin cardstock mat between the pattern paper and the pink card base to finish off the card. And there you have it. I actually used this card for my friend's daughter's second birthday party, which was a costume themed party, so it was perfect. And yeah, I love it. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. You can go ahead and find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter because I love to chat with you all, and you'll find some fun little extras there. I hope you're all having an awesome October. Until next time.